What's going on, everybody? I am the Bad Duck and you are the internet. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about some Backlash. Backlash is just for a few days away this Saturday from I'm not even try in France. It's in France. And this one's a little bit interesting. This is the first time in the last 4 years that Roman Reigns is no longer champion. Seth Rollins is on injury leave. There's a bunch of injuries with Rhea Ripley, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, on and on. I can tell you about the million injuries that we have currently in the WWE universe. But Backlash looks to be a decent card no matter what. It looks to be a fun time in France. And you know what? I think we should just jump right into what's going on. Starting off the predictions, I'm going to go with the Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline with Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. This is Tama Tonga's first match ever in the WWE. He had a few segments on SmackDown over the last few weeks, attacking people and being all around involved in the Bloodline storyline currently going on with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And I love Randy and Kevin. They are a great tag team. They have great chemistry. We saw that at the Triple Threat at WrestleMania. They have a great chemistry and have this kind of like enemy of my enemy is my friend type deal, and they're great together. So Sikoa is trying to build himself as a main event talent to replace the tribal chief Roman Reigns, to become his own tribal chief eventually. So there's that storyline going on where they want to build Solo Sikoa up to be that top tier heel. Do I believe he can? I'm not completely sure yet. And Tama Tonga is a new addition that needs to get started hot, and that's the reason why they're going to win. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga need to win this match to start off hot. If they do the thing they did with the Pride, where they lose the first match, and everyone's like, okay, you're not really like behind this group, you're going to lose a lot of steam, especially with the Bloodline storyline, which has already been rickety at best over the last few months without Roman Reigns. So having to continue to build the Bloodline storyline to make them feel a little bit stronger, to make them feel more dangerous for when Roman eventually does return to the WWE is vastly important. And Solo Sikoa might get some help. Jacob Fatu had signed with WWE not too long ago, and he has been nowhere to be seen. Tama Tonga also signed a few months ago, around a month or two before Jacob did. So there's a little bit of like that case of, are we going to get more interference? And I do think that is going to happen, because I think eventually you have to show that Solo Sikoa needs the interference. He needs the help with the bloodline around him. Roman Reigns, when he returns, doesn't need that. I feel like you have to cement the power dynamic here. And it starts right here. You need Solo to have a backup plan, just a key to success. That being Jacob Fatu, maybe even Zilla Fatu. I don't know if he's signed anywhere. For Zilla, I know Jacob did, but Zilla, I don't know if he's signed with WWE. So that'd be very interesting to see. If both of them show up, that'd be awesome to see. The Fatu brothers are insane. They are built like a brick house, but move like fucking Io Sky. They are fantastic athletes and fantastic performers, and honestly the WWE would be best with them in. Moving on, we have the WWE Women's Tag Championship between Kabuki Warriors Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I'm going to call that local group the Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair from now on, the Big Three. I know it's a very lame name, but what's a better name than the Big Three? Asuka and Kairi, along with the rest of Damage Control, got recently drafted over to Raw. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are staying put on SmackDown. Since Damage Control's inception, they've literally been at odds with Bianca Belair since the start. So, them being moved away literally by force from Bianca Belair is important. It means that story is over and done with. Does that fuck up the Bayley storyline a little bit with them? Yes. Sure, but I think it's best that they are moved away from Bianca Belair. That storyline no longer exists now. We can move on with our day, and we have Damage Control go after Becky Lynch, go after Liv Morgan, go after Rhea Ripley when she returns. So, anyways, that's besides the point. We're talking about this match right here at Backlash, and I don't know how you stop Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill together. I legitimately do not know. I love Asuka and Kairi. They're awesome tag team. They are an immense talent. It'd be awesome for them to keep the titles, to kind of keep that movement so they can still keep interacting with Bayley. But honestly, I don't see it happening. Jade Cargill needs to continue to get wins on her belt to cement her as a dominant force at the same time as, you know, continue to introduce her to the WWE Universe, because she's had 4 matches, 2 of them was at squashes. One of them was at Mania where she had where she was tagging with Naomi and Bianca Belair, and the other one was in the Royal Rumble where she was surrounded by like 10 other women at the same time. So Jade Cargill needs to stand down. She needs to look important. She needs to look dominant. So at this point in time, I think you can't have her stop this rampage she's on with the wins. And Bianca Belair is already Super Bianca, and that's perfectly fine. I love Super Bianca. Bianca is awesome. You need to continue to have that dominance. Same thing with Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. You need to cement the dominance here, and you can't have them lose until later down the line when there's some issues in the relationship between the two. Speaking of the big three, the WWE Women's Championship is being defended. Bayley is defending against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. Now, I'm a big Tiffany guy. Like, Tiffy is like really high up here on my board, I guess, if you want to call it that. She's amazing talent. She's awesome. I would love her to win the WWE Women's Championship. But this is a prediction video. This isn't me pushing my agendas. I would love to push agendas, and I can definitely do that. I do that on Curb Stuff every week, by the way. Free plug. Anyways, but Tiffy time has started. It's been there for a while, and I think, honestly, as much as I would love it, it can't happen just yet. I think, honestly, if you drafted her to Raw, it'd be even better, because then you could have her face Becky Lynch again when she did at No Mercy, and then go against Liv Morgan, because they are both the blonde bombshells that they've been portrayed as, and you can have that be like a mirror fight in a fighting game. But Bayley just got this championship at WrestleMania. She's had 1 defense, and that was interrupted by Tiffany Stratton leading up to this match. And you need to give Bayley a little bit of time to cook with this. You can't have her just drop immediately. I know she hasn't had a lot of time with it, and she hasn't had the chance to really show off her talents with it, but you gotta let her breathe. So Naomi's also in this match because it's a triple threat. Naomi's an awesome talent. I think she's been overshadowed by a lot of the newcomer talent, with like Tiffany Stratton. You can even talk about the Kabuki Warriors. Naomi has been really overshadowed, and Jade Cargill she's also been overshadowed by, and that's upsetting to me. I think Naomi's an immense and incredible talent. Honestly, I feel like they're making her the fall guy for a lot of the storylines they have set up for her. Honestly, I think she needs to go back and team back. She needs to team up with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill a little bit, maybe make it like the wild card rule, and then have Naomi help defend that championship at the same time as building her up again, because she's been gone for around, I want to say 2 years from the WWE. She was in TNA, and as much as I would love to say that people remember and admire Naomi for all that what she did, there's a lot of new fans coming in because of this recent boom in wrestling. The fact of the matter is, you got to reintroduce yourself as who you are, what you can do, and how powerful you can be to the WWE Universe. And I think Naomi has to do it here. I think she has to be the standout in this match. She has to look the best. I know it's really hard to outshine Tiffany Stratton, but Naomi definitely needs to cement herself as like the premier talent here in this match. And honestly, that's why I think this match should be at least second to the end of the card instead of opening the match, because it needs to showcase the talent of Naomi. It needs to showcase Tiffany Stratton at the same time, and it also needs to cement Bayley as a great champion. If Bayley has a great championship defense out the gate, you're golden. You can have there's no continuous criticism for a few months. There's and you cement Bayley as the right person at the end of the day. So moving on, we have the World Heavyweight Championship between Damian Priest and Jey Uso, and Damian Priest actually looks good with the title. He's a great champion. He's really found like his mold in this championship, and sadly that has to do with him maybe turning face. He's been like, I don't need your help from Judgment Day. I can beat JS by myself, but he seems a little arrogant at the same time. So it's a little bit of this weird mixture of who's going to turn face. Is it going to be Finn Balor, or is it going to be Damian Priest? In my opinion, I think it should be Damian Priest turning face, and Finn Balor bringing the demon when they eventually have the face off, because that's eventually going to happen. I think there's no point in the story where Damian Priest and Finn Balor do not face off, and I really hope it's Demon Finn Balor, and they actually make Demon Finn Balor feel important again. But anyways, Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. Like I said, Damian Priest is going to probably hold on for this for at least a few more months until the Finn Balor saga starts and it ends. And Damian Priest really needs to have an awesome victory here. Jey Uso is an awesome competitor to have that first victory against because he's so over with the fans and he's so energetic and speedy in the ring. You just need to have that that complement to Damian's brute force and brutality. Yes, pun intended. Against that for Jey Uso, it can make Jey Uso look really good. I really want Jey Uso to win a singles belt within the year because over the last year he's gotten chance after chance after chance after chance for the IC Championship, for the World Heavyweight Championship. So having him have a good showing here may boost him behind the scenes to go against Sami Zayn at like Clash of the Castle or Money in the Bank. So I don't think Sami's gonna have a very long line. I think that they needed someone that was nice enough to beat Gunther, but also could be okay with a short like 90-day reign. But yeah, Damian Priest wins this match. I think I don't think it's as dominant as it may be, but I think it's as good of a match as you can get. I think a lot of people are really underselling this match and how good it can be. They're like, this is like the most lamest match we could have. I promise you, it is probably the best match we could have for Damian Priest at this current moment in his reign. I'm very excited for it. I'm very happy to see it. And our final match on the card is Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. This is weird because this is a title of two different people. One who built themselves through the indies, through TNA, through a bunch of promotions, and finally reached WWE and was shot into stardom immediately. And then on the other side of things, you have Cody Rhodes, who he was in the indies for a little bit, but like it was whatever. But basically was born into WWE, was groomed to be this great wrestler, and then left because they weren't treating him like he wanted to be treated and what he wanted to do. And then he had to rebuild himself. So this is a story of building yourself versus rebuilding yourself. And I think this is a really good match. Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, I feel like their fighting styles very much complement each other. Cody Rhodes, again, finished the story of WrestleMania, so they also have to set. They have a lot of things to do during Backlash. WrestleMania 40 was such a reset for WWE that I think it's really important that they need to start off on the right foot. Backlash might be the most important pay-per-view of the year. I'm going to say that. WrestleMania 40 was out of this park great, but the fact of the matter is that you need to properly reset, and you need to properly show what the next generation of WWE is. You need to show where we're going with all these new champions, what's going to happen, especially with all these injuries around. You have to show that you're still strong, especially in the face of competition like AEW. And I think Cody Rhodes, again, like I said, is going to probably hold on to this championship probably for like 6. I want to say his championship reign ends around 6 to 8 months, probably like October, November-ish. That's my opinion. I believe that's where that ends because I don't think we need a long reign. I don't think the WWE Championship needs to transition at WrestleMania all the time. We need to get off that and we need to get back to maybe we have a new champion on a SmackDown or on a random pay-per-view in the middle of fucking September. But I think that Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles is a perfect match to start off this reign. It could have been LA Knight, which would have been great on the promo side, and LA Knight's really good in the ring, but the fact of the matter is that he doesn't have the talent to keep up with Cody Rhodes. AJ Styles does. So this match is going to be really good. I'm really anticipating it. It's probably going to close up the night, and maybe they'll have some crumbs of storyline for us. They're there to bring Cody Rhodes into the next part of the story. He is on SmackDown that currently still holds the Bloodline and Roman Reigns, so that's going to be interesting to see, and I'm really interested to see where they go with Cody Rhodes' story, because it's such a weird place right now because we've had the story of Roman Reigns for the last 4 years, and it's like, okay, that story is over, or we're transitioning to the next part of that story. So what do we do with the WWE Championship? And Cody Rhodes is in charge of that, and I'm very excited to see where he wants to go with it, and where he wants to, and who he wants to face. Honestly, I would love to see him transition eventually to, I don't know, Carmelo Hayes or Braun Breaker, someone of the new generation eventually, or I have no idea after that. I really don't know where they go with Cody Rhodes. I don't know where the story goes. I don't know who it ends with. I don't know what's going to go, what's going to happen. But I'm very excited to see what they do with Cody Rhodes, and maybe they turn him heel at the end. But yeah, that's going to be my predictions for Backlash. Let me know who you guys think is going to win in France this weekend. I'm very excited to see what WWE has in store for us, what they have to show for the rest of the year, because this is their quarter review essentially for the year, is where WWE is going. So let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, bye bye.